So I offer my congratulations to the airport board and to the city of Sandusky for the expansion and our continued appreciation for Representative Miller's support for this. And I think I'll turn it over to Representative Miller.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Carl. Thanks very much, Carl. And I can't tell you how absolutely delighted I am to be here. This one's been a long time coming, actually. Been working on this for a number of years. And one thing I will say absolutely is it takes a team. It just takes a team. And we have some great elected officials that are with us today that have been very supportive. And of course, the sheriff is here with us, Sheriff Benecki. I was just over looking at the jail, which is ahead of schedule, under budget. So that's an excellent thing. That's a big part of infrastructure and a necessary part of a secure and prosperous community. And talking to Greg Alexander, our drain commissioner, about a number of things happening in Sanilac County here, which is, again, all very important for agriculture, making sure that farmers' fields are doing what they need to do for production, et cetera. And Donnie Hunt, who does a great job as a county commissioner. These guys are always coming to you looking for money, right, from the county board for this, that, and the next thing. But it takes a team. And certainly, Kathy, I was just in your office, and you looked like you were going to be swallowed up by a mountain of paperwork there with various things. But our county administrator, everybody here does a wonderful, wonderful job in Sanilac County, and it's all about working together. And that's really how I got sort of initially talking to the folks out at the airport here and recognizing how necessary it was for us to make this expansion. And you know, I actually come from a family of pilots. Although I'm not a pilot myself, my dad, who's now passed, was a pilot. I always say I'm a professional passenger. But my husband was a former fighter pilot and built his own little airplane, a little bit bigger than these here, more about the size of that one back there. But and we've flown in and out of this airport a number of times, come for the pancake breakfast, for the fly-in and different things, but we've done that all over the state. And I think that it is so important, as has been mentioned here, and oftentimes overlooked, unless you have a team of people, not just your elected officials from the federal level, state level, county level, the local level, the city here, et cetera. It really takes a team to understand the economics and the multiplier impact that can happen at one of these small airports, how critical they are for the infrastructure. And I sit on the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee in the United States House of Representatives. And so, believe me, I didn't mind getting held up by the road work here. I'm thinking, that's good. We're building roads in the 10th Congressional District, and I'm all about it. I have no problem going around the orange barrels anywhere. I think it's really, really important. And you can look throughout history, certainly our nation's history. The economics has always and will always follow the transportation grid. It just does. And so, you know, you can think about whether it was the wagon trains initially going out west, and then it was the railroads, then the interstates, and now really the aviation links. This is a very important thing. This is a very, very important thing. And in a rural area like this, up in the Thumb area, as Carl was just mentioning, in fact, I'm going to be touring the pickle factory after this. And they do have a global presence. They do have a global presence. And I know that they wanted this runway to be expanded. And there are other companies, some that are here, some that might be looking here or will be looking here in Sanilac County. And they're going to look at everything. They want to make sure the roads are here. They want to make sure the jails are working well. They want to make sure we have good schools here. They want to make sure that they have the kind of infrastructure that they need in order to site their businesses here, to grow and to prosper. And that's why having this airport and the runway extension, although we would have liked it longer, right? That might be a sore subject. The chicken and the egg, as we always call it, right? But we're going to get there, right? A great step forward. And certainly having the runway extension and the new hangars is just a wonderful day to celebrate. I was delighted to be able to get a big chunk of the initial funding for this through the Federal Department of Transportation, and it's money well spent. And you know, as a member of Congress, when you get some funding for a particular project, you want to be able to go back to Washington, D.C. and tell the appropriators that appropriate the funds, yes, it was spent exactly as was needed, really. That's the way we sold the project. There's a high degree of accountability of making sure that those dollars were spent in the right way, in a partnership again with the state, with MDOT through the Bureau of Aeronautics. You guys do a great job there, and I know you're all over the state. When I was the Secretary of State, I saw a lot of your work then. Now I don't see it so much. Now I'm more in my own district here. But again, I certainly recognize that being a statewide official previous to this job, where you saw the various airport projects all over the state and what a difference they made economically, and knowing that we had to do we really needed to do the same thing right here in the Thumb. And so I'm just, again, absolutely delighted to be here. I can't wait to cut the ribbon here. It looks like we got a nice windy day out at the airport here. Even that ribbon is ready to fly away, I think, into the future, right? Path to prosperity and flying into the future. So again, I'm delighted to be here with all of you, and look forward to continuing to work together on this, because that's what that's the only way you can be successful in an area, is to have a team approach to things, and everybody buy into the vision, not only, as I say, from an elected standpoint, but the residents as well. Residents in the business community, those that are involved in economic development, or those that are that just live in the area and see the kind of activity that can happen here at an airport like this.